welcome to Platypus Farms. I actually have a couple other segments of videos that I haven't put up yet. One is just the stuff around here, the regular working on the property. And the other one is I built some swords, and I'll get back to that later, but built them out of MDF, and they already met their demise, so I went down yesterday and got a big piece of oak. Expensive, but anyway, built one sword, still to make a guard for it, but it's summer, and very beginning of summer. I think it's technically still spring, but anyway, this is overdue. I bought this boat, this drift boat, last year, and it's really well weathered on the inside. Particularly, I took all the part pieces out of it. They're in the shed, but as you can see, it needs full sanding, and the outside, you know, it's all checked. So I'm just gonna sand it, and I'm gonna use some marine varnish to coat it. This is all warpy, so I'm gonna pull that off. Not quite sure. I mean, it seems pretty stiff, like it might, you know, this is the bad part. So I'm not quite sure. I know I'm gonna sand the bottom. I'll seal any of these holes that are already made. I might need to put new holes in. And then I'll seal around the edges and the bottom, and I'll seal each screw hole, you know, even though it might not stay, but that's the go. I'm going to start down here, get all this done, varnish it all up, drop this off of here, off of these, straight down, then I can get above it because it's just kind of high, and then flip it over and do that stuff, and then on the inside of the shed there's the seats and seat backs and stuff like that, which I'll do after the last and put it all back together. So I don't know how long this is going to take me. So this is it's about a little after midday, so I'm guessing I'll probably spend the day on the outside and then the top, and then, you know, I still got kids to take care of and other things to do, but I'm going to do my best to get this completed within a few days, a couple days. I could be wishful thinking. So anyway, I got that. I got the other batteries charging. I also have a plug-in belt sander and another palm sander. But I'm gonna start with this and see how we go. I think belt sander is probably overkill. Maybe not in the bottom, but other sides it will be. Alrighty, off I go to it. Well, just initially starting out, this is 220 grit. I'd actually already used it on the swords, and this stuff's not coming off really well. I mean, it's smooth. It's 220, obviously, but I think I want to dig into these a little more. I'm going 120. And we'll see how that goes. Get into this checking, you see. That's not gonna be perfect, you know. I'm not gonna make it super duper nice, but I just want to get the flaky bits off, and we'll go over the top of it. So pretty much sanded this side. I'll go back over all of the boat when I'm done, obviously, with the compressed air, and I'm gonna get some clear silicone to fill in some spots, and that should be fine. You know, really get the lacquer in there. There's a few places I'll probably want a marine silicone. Now the back here, let's see, I might take the scraper to that. I had to take a little scraper. This was so flaky that as you can see, the bit's just coming off. I had to scrape it. I think this might have, wherever it was stored before I purchased it, must have been a southern exposure, which is good that this was the side, because it's the smallest surface area. So you know, all this is, I mean, I can sand it, it's not coming completely off. You know, this side is worse than the other side. Ah, dang. But yeah, that's gonna get sanded, and that'll be better. So it's going quicker than I thought, but I might slow down on this side. Oh boy. And I don't think I really have any more, much more 120. I got 100, I got 220, I got 60 grit, but no more 120. I could just go 100 and then kick back over at 220. Save me a trip to the store, but eventually I'm going to go down there. I still got to go get the sealant and the silicone and maybe some more screws. We'll see. Okay, 3 billion screws later. Got a bunch of them on the outside. I mean, just almost most of the outside screws. You can see it's not like I snapped them. They were in wood, but they were snapped. So obviously I couldn't unscrew them. So I got the little blade underneath and pushed them up. But so I don't know what's under here. I don't know why that is. Why almost all of the outside screws were that way, and how they were hanging on. So I have no idea what this looks like underneath here, and I don't have any idea how I'm going to get that bubbles out of it. Flatten it out, let it sit in the sun, put some weights on it. I don't know. So let's see what we got. Oh, that actually looks pretty good under there. I'm going to take it off all the way. See, there's one that's stuck in there. And see what it looks like. Okay, see where some holes have been sealed before, and I don't know what kind of sealant, what this is. Kind of feels tarry. Take a picture. Tar-like. So I might get something. It's just some kind of a silicone. I suppose I can use clear too. And I'll redo all of these holes. I'm not going to sand too hard because I don't want to do holes that were already filled. But I'm trying to find what happened if I try to screw in some of these screws that were full length. Oh, hang on a second. I took my battery out of there and put it in the leaf blower so I can chuck this thing down here. Step on the bubble, get it flat, and move the bubble to somewhere else. Just get the battery out of here. One hand at these Milwaukee batteries are not a one-handed job. Hang on. There. So let's see what happens if I try to screw one of these. Again, one-handed knot. It's not the system. Many of you are missing a hand or an arm. You know, I don't know if Milwaukee's your tool set. Well, there's something in there. So what do? Do I move the holes? Why are these holes here? You know, why? What's under there? There's a big fat rail in here. So here's the screws of putting it in. Unless that's what happened. How do you snap those off? I mean, it's wood. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the outside. Maybe just heavily silicone the outside, weigh it down, screw. Maybe make a few more screw holes, new ones. I'll get some, some more brass screws and take it from there. But I'm going to start sanding the top. I'm going to go real heavy here because I don't need to. Just enough to get it so some new varnish will stick. Some new sealant. So this little piece that was here was looking a little suspect. It's kind of was lifted off a little bit. Oh, take a look underneath there. Yeah. Would you look at that? So I'll clean that up, and I noticed they put a sealant here. Missed a spot. Missed it. So I'm gonna find whatever this is. Obviously black on the bottom won't be noticed, but if I do any sealant up at the top end, I want it to be clear. I don't know if I can get a clear that's good enough for down here, but I'll find out. And I'll clean that up. Okay. She's pretty well sanded up for good enough for me. gonna go get the air compressor out here, blow it off, and then I'll get some wet towels and microfiber towels, and I'll wipe it all down. And I got some stuff here that the person gave me when I bought the boat to put on it. It's a I can't remember what it is, but anyway, I don't think it's ideal. I'm not going for it yet, but I don't think it's as good as I should be putting on here. So I might hit that again. So I'm gonna go grab some stuff, and I think I got enough day today to lay a coat down, and I'll video again after that. Okay, first coat's on. I actually just used, I thought, you know what, I did a little reading, and there's this can of stuff that came with it, and it is over here. You know, it's for outdoors and stuff, but clear gloss spar urethane. So it's a urethane. I thought, you know what, if it didn't really work, I can epoxy over the top of anything. But I think this will be fine. This is just coat one. I'd open the can, but okay, like that much for like all this, all the outside, the bottom too. So needless to say, I will have plenty to do. 2-3 coats on the outside, easy, and then all the stuff on the inside as well. But yeah, she looks pretty good. Be nice to get it out in the water soon. I mean, it dries fast. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not even tacky, so smells very urethane-y. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the store, do a little food shopping, and then I'll come back and second coat this bad boy. Hey, it's next day. I had some other stuff to do, so I finished up last night. So what I did this morning was put on this back on to get all the warbles out of it, caulk some of the excessive holes that were drilled in it. I just finished third coat on this side, the back, the bottom's been done. I just need to third coat this side, and then I had to add a bunch of new screws and drill some new holes and put some in sideways, because where is that thing? So here are all the broken off screws that were literally in there. I didn't snap them. They were already snapped. I don't know how or why. So I just went and put new screws in. And the holes that were already snapped in, I just went sideways with them. So, and slightly longer screws. One I went this way, not on a rib, and it actually, you can see it punched through on the inside. But that's what angle grinders are for. And anyway, I'm going to finish up this side. Go to a car show, car cruise. Let this dry. Tomorrow we will flip it over, put it on the ground, then I'll start working on the inside, which is a mess. Want a preview? Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? That's going to be fun. So, I might use the pressure washer in here. Pressure wash it. Drain it out the back hole. Just tilt it. And then let it dry again. And then work on it. So far, really, the outside was really a day. Minus, you know, this morning. But like I said, I had to cut it out earlier because I had stuff to do. Other stuff. Hello. If you watched another video, which may come out after this video or before this video, I don't know, you will have seen, or you will see, me talking a little bit ago, because I'm actually doing multiple projects and they deserve their own segment. So you're in the boat segment, but you probably already knew that because it's just going straight through boat stuff with the drift boat. And earlier I was over in the mini barn Oh, sorry. Snow White hair. See, I pay to get this titanium blonde done, and it's extra to get the beard and the stubble and the chest hair the same color. Whew. Anyway, so I'm having loads of fun. Not really. So this is the tester piece. As you can see, it's kind of almost looks like ice, right? Like when the water freezes up, it's kind of lumpy. I figure I'm gonna leave it that way because I've sanded this. This is this, these are the other pieces, okay? These are the not done, not touched, all right? Really bad. This is a grip sand, if you will, gravel. So it almost looks like rock salt. So I did some research, and there's some stuff called soft sand, and it's actually rubber component, and I can like lay down a layer, sprinkle it on, and then lacquer over it, and it'll be soft but grippy. This is not something you'd want on your bare feet at all. So say you're in the drip boat, shoes off, this would tear up your feet, especially youngins. So it's just hard as hell to get off. It just really is. So I've sanded it down to a point where there were just little, and after I put the soft sand on, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna show. So what I've done here is, before I sand it, now this is actually smoother. I'm using a paint scraper, and I'm just going at it really hard, and then I'm taking 60 grit, and I'll tell you what, this stuff burns up sandpaper quickly. So anyway, that's the process right now. I got 1, 2, 3. I sanded that already, not the other side. 4, 5 long ones, and looks like 3 short ones that are all gritty. Through one of them, look at there. You know what? It's gonna get many more coats. So, yeah, stay tuned. Oh, hey, no, I do gotta show you. We flipped the boat over. Neighbor came over to help me. So boat is flipped over, and here you get a better look at the inside, what's to come. I almost feel like I should go ahead and do part 1, and then you're just, people see it are just anticipating what it's gonna look like later. How about I do that? You know what? This is the end of Drift Boat Refurbishing part 1. I will catch you. Keep looking at the camera, like the actual pinhole there. I will catch you guys later.